What would you do if a secret you thought you could bury suddenly came knocking at your door, ready to explode? This is the tale of Mr. Frank, a man whose 1 year of weakness turned into a lifetime of regret. Let's dive in. In the quiet village of Aden, Mr. Frank was known as a respected elder. At 60 years old, he had seen and done it all, or so everyone thought. His wife, Mama Titi, was his rock, his strength, and his partner for over 30 years. So, when she had to travel for a year to care for her ailing sister in another town, Mr. Frank promised her, "I will wait for you, no matter how long it takes." But waiting was harder than Mr. Frank expected. The house grew quiet, and loneliness crept in like a thief in the night. At first, he distracted himself with farming and village meetings. But as months rolled on, temptation found its way to his doorstep. One evening, while returning from the stream, he encountered Sod, a widow known for her boldness. She struck up a conversation that left Mr. Frank feeling young again. Days later, Aduk, a cheerful spinster, asked for help fixing her broken fence. Then there was Yemi, who brought him freshly baked bread, and Titi's apprentice, Amina, who insisted on checking on him daily. One thing led to another, and before Mr. Frank realized it, his vows of loyalty were buried beneath a mountain of guilt. Months passed, and each woman came to him with the same news: they were pregnant. Panic set in, but Mr. Frank convinced himself he had time to clean up the mess. Mama Titi won't be back for months, he thought. But one fateful morning, the phone rang. Mama Titi's voice was cheerful as she said, "My sister is much better now. I'll be back in 2 weeks." Mr. Frank felt the ground beneath him shake. 2 weeks. How would he explain 4 pregnant women? He tried to think of solutions. Should he tell the truth? Pretend nothing happened? Or run away and leave the mess behind? As the days passed, his anxiety grew. Each of the women began making demands. Sod wanted him to marry her. Adu cried about her future. Yemi threatened to tell the village council. Amina simply wanted acknowledgement for their child. Mr. Frank sat under the old baobab tree, staring at the sunset, tears streaming down his face. "How did I let this happen?" he whispered. He realized the value of Mama Titi's loyalty and his role as a respected elder. "I betrayed her trust, and I've brought shame to my name," he lamented. When Mama Titi arrived, Mr. Frank welcomed her with trembling hands. But he couldn't speak. The secret weighed heavily, and the truth had to come out. And this is where the story ends for now. What do you think Mr. Frank should do? Should he confess to Mama Titi and face the consequences? Should he speak to the village council and seek their advice? Or is there another way for Mr. Frank to right his wrongs? Let us know what you think in the comments. Your opinion could help shape the ending of this tale. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear how it unfolds, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Joke Stories for more thrilling African folktales. See you in the next one.